Well, a very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome back to Hobbs Field here on the Runyon Sports Complex. I'm J.J. Valentine as we get set for Game 2 of our Twin Bill today. This is the Class 4A District 1 championship round. Winner will move out into a regional spot next week, and, of course, we'll talk more about that as we go along. Let's meet the starting lineups. The Mustang starting lineup is brought to you by Blowdorn Lumber. At blowdornlumber.com, you can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales flyer, complete a credit application, and, of course, shop the entire inventory online. It doesn't matter if you're a contractor or just simply painting the kitchen. At Blowdorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Friendly place, service, serious service. It's Blowdorn Lumber. And, of course, you can see them at blowdornlumber.com. Well, let's meet the starting lineups. They are presented by those fine folks there. David Mendez will lead things off. Ulysses Hernandez will bat second. Mendez will be shortstop this time. Ulysses Hernandez will pitch. James Martins will catch. Nate Alexander will be in left. Wes Anderson will be at first base. Mizio Franco will be at third. Jacob Brick will be in right field. Jared Bohm will be the DH. And, of course, Sergio Beguera will be in center field. We've already started the action. We had one pitch delivered for a strike, one for a foul ball. It's 0-2 now to Mendez. He swings and taps one third base side. Foul ball. Pueblo West is the home team on the scoreboard. Corbin Williams on the hill has delivered three pitches, all in the strike zone. Dustin Peterson will catch. Gavin Compton will be at first base. Derek Robinson is at second. Tyler Evans will be at third base. Logan Latovsky is the shortstop. The outfield left to right, Javi Garcia, Peter Ward, and Jared Lasher. Pitch is delivered, a called strike three. First pitch was delivered, a strike. The opening pitch to this ball game brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, with 2 locations in Brush and in Fort Morgan. Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or simply needs. A punch-out called third strike, and we're going to get to the keys to the game here in just a moment, talking with Coach Langford, and said, what was key last game? He said Mendez was on. He set the tone early. We took advantage of a couple of situations of some errors. Mendez took pressure off the defense, and put a lot of pressure on theirs by setting the tone early. I asked him what would be key in this one. He says pitching is going to be a little bit better than we've seen all year long. We're going to see 85, 87, 88 miles an hour, something we didn't see consistently. He said, so we're going to have to, first and foremost, be able to handle that. We've got to score some runs because we know Pueblo West is a good hitting team. And a lot of the teams from the Pueblo area are pretty solid hitting, and this team is no exception to that. He said, we'll have to make sure that we score some runs because we may give up a couple because they do score runs. He says, as a coach, I've got to manage this game, make sure to make the right calls in certain situations. He says a lot of it will be on me to make the right calls here. Hernandez is at the dish. He looks at 2 strikes as he swings and misses there. Then James Martins will follow. And again, Corbin Williams and Dustin Peterson, the battery for the Cyclones. Number 3 in the state, pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. And I'll tell you, this is kind of carbon copy of what we saw in the last game with the Mustangs of Fort Morgan and David Mendez coming out and getting 3 strikeouts to strike out the side and set the tone early. Well, Corbin Williams, in a sense, doing the same thing here for the Pueblo West Cyclones. And we'll take a look at some numbers on Corbin Williams. Comes in with a 3.25 ERA. He's perfect, 4-0 on the year coming into this contest. Logan Latovsky won game 1. Ground ball to Latovsky at shortstop, a long throw to make, just in time to record the out. Well, there's that pitching on to Logan Latovsky, and he's a big kid. He's about 6'1", 6'2". He's got a lot of range over there. He's got a cannon. He's got a great arm, but he had a long throw to make there, and he's got a lot of range to it. So there you go. The first half of the inning is in the books as Martins grounds out 6-3. And it's 3 up and 3 down. In the middle of the first, we've no score with the Pueblo West Cyclones coming to bat after this timeout. You're listening to High School Baseball 2013 Class 4A District Tournament on B106 and at B106.com. Again, a very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome back to the beautiful Hobbs Field here on the Runyon Sports Complex. Well, really no wind to speak of. We had a slight breeze in between games, and the lake beautifully calm out there with a lot of ducks upon that pond out there. Well, it's on to the home half of the first inning. No score, Jared Lasher, Javi Garcia, then Gavin Compton this time around for the Pueblo West Cyclones. We'll get our first look here in this district tournament at Ulysses Hernandez. Yuli Hernandez delivers ball 1. And looks like he's what I like to call a thumber. He's not going to overpower you, but he's going to throw a lot of breaking stuff, and that is the case right there. Breaking ball is delivered for a strike. So 1-1 the count now to Jared Lasher leading things off for the Cyclones. Pitch is cut on. It's nubbed first base side, foul ball. Jared Lasher, a .281 hitter here in 2013. His first plate appearance in this district championship round. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That was also another one of the keys, is everybody has to make plays behind the pitcher. Ground ball knocked away by the pitcher, gloved by the shortstop. Mendez throws it across the diamond. It's off the base runner, and into foul territory it goes, so give him an infield hit. So Jared Lasher is aboard with an infield single. That brings up Javi Garcia for the first time today. Javi, a .324 batting average coming into this contest. He has scored 13 times on 11 hits with 7 RBIs. He's got 1 on the pond. From the stretch, Hernandez kicks and delivers. Pitch is bunted first base side. Up with it is Hernandez. On to first in time. Record that out and move the runner on to second base. So a nice sack to put the runner in scoring position. Score that 1-3 on the put out there. Lasher moves on to second base. And the new batter is the number 3 hole hitter, first baseman Gavin Compton, for the first time today. Compton, a .500 hitter. 4 homers, so he does have home run power. And that one hits him in the shoulder. He is going to take one the hard way, so a free pass right out of the chute. He is aboard, hit by a pitch. And now runners at first and second base for Corbin Williams to help out his own cause. Now, Corbin Williams is a .464 hitter. He's been at bat 72 times, or plate appearances rather, 56 official at bats, 20 runs on 26 hits, 25 driven in. He has had a dandy of a year. 5 doubles, 1 triple, and he's left the yard 4 times as well. First pitch delivered to him is a ball. A few more clouds starting to roll in here as the afternoon progresses. Number 7 and the number 4 hole hitter. Sweeping curve missed outside for a ball. One of the things that Coach Josh Langford said is we've got to make sure and keep this thing close. We've got to manage this game and not let anything get out of hand. He says they are a lot like Whitefield. They'll make their share of runs at the plate. We've got to minimize that. We've got to make plays behind Hernandez. Yulee whirls and tosses back at second base, chasing the runner back. That would be Jared Lasher. With 1 out, pitches high and away for a ball. Now 3-0 the count. Let's see, Yulee Hernandez on the year. Got a 3.05 ERA. He's 6-0 as well. That pitch delivered. A ball. So he walked him. That'll load him up with only 1 away. So it's tag a bag, pardon me, a hiccup. Tag a bag on the infield here. But we have the opportunity. Want to thank State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life, home, auto, life, and health insurance. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call today at 842-4555. That again, 842-4555. And tell him we said thanks for the support. Logan Lutovsky, the shortstop and a left-handed hitter, steps in for the first time today. Lefty, a .415 hitter. Looks at ball 1, now ball 2. Boy, lefty with a big window of opportunity here. 12 RBIs on the year. On 27 hits and 24 times he's crossed home plate. The pitch on the outside corner is a strike. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Sacks are juiced. Hernandez into the full wide. He delivers the pitch. It's popped up third base side. Franco has a play in foul territory at third base. He'll reach up to make the catch and record out number 2. That was a much-needed play for Yuli Hernandez and company. Everybody holds. Bases still loaded now with 2 away. And the new batter stepping up will be Dustin Peterson. He's the catcher. Peterson for the first time today. He swings and drills one in the air. High fly ball into center field. Playable there for Beguera. He trots up, reaches up to make the catch, and retire the side. So Yuli Hernandez does a great job to wiggle out of a jam early, and we're still scoreless. After 1 complete, there were no runs and a hit, no errors, and 3 left on base that time around for the Cyclones. It's on to the second inning we go with no score. Mustangs coming to bat for the second time in this one. We'll be back with more exciting Mustang baseball right here at B106 and at B106.com. No score. It's on to inning number 2 here. It'll be Nate Alexander, Wes Anderson, and then Mizio Franco this time around for the Mustangs of Ford Morgan. And, of course, I didn't get an opportunity to tell you about the keys to the matchup for Dan Sanchez, rather, get the 2 Sanchez's mixed up. Stan Sanchez is the head coach at Colorado State University, Pueblo, and Dan Sanchez, the head coach at Pueblo West. He said it's real simple. Corbin Williams has to start strong early. He's got to find the strike zone early and often, and we've got to make plays behind him. If we do that, the bats will come. They'll take care of themselves. Here's a bouncy ball right back to the box. Corbin Williams gloves it, trots toward first, flips it over there for out number 1. And he did a great job setting the tone early. Boy, Nate Alexander made great contact right there, but hit it right back to the pitcher for out number 1. Scored that 1-3 on that put out there. The new batter will be Wes Anderson, the first baseman, left-handed hitter. Wes Anderson, for the first time in this one, looks at a pitch high and away for a ball. Anderson, .360 batting average coming in with 2 homers on the year. So he's got power from that left side as the breeze starts to kick up, working from left to right out of the east. Pitch delivered a ball. Corbin Williams, solid here in 2013. Good presence. He's a lanky guy. Big right-hander. Into the wind he goes, and the pitch is a fastball that rides high ball 3. 3-0 the count now. Corbin Williams 4-0 on the year with a 3.25 earned run average. That's the second best on the team with lefty Latosky Logan at 1.04 and 4-1 on the year. 20-0 into this matchup are the Mustangs. For Dan Sanchez and company, they're now 16-4 in this 2013 campaign. Into the line goes Williams. The pitch. Fouled off again. So 3-1 to count out of Wes Anderson, the left-handed hitting Wes Anderson. First baseman, his first plate appearance in this district championship round. The 3-2 pitch is a ground ball toward Latosky over at shortstop. He's gloving, won't even make the throw. So an infield hit for Wes Anderson. And now the Mustangs with something cooking here at the top of inning number 2. It was a slow roller there, went the opposite way. And Latosky did the right thing over there at shortstop to just eat it. Rather than making an errant throw and really not having a good chance of getting that runner out, Wes Anderson did a great job of those long legs motoring up first base side. And now here comes Franco for the first time in this one. 1 out, 1 on. In and ready on the right side now from the stretch will be Corbin Williams as he looks in, delivers the pitch. It nicked him. It got him in the arm. Yep. And that pitch just got away. A good fastball that ran inside. It just kept going, and Corbin Williams got a little smile on his face and just Says, yeah, that's my bad. That thing just kept running on me and just kept going in. And a good job there by Franco to try to turn away, but it got him in the forearm. Didn't hit him hard, just grazed him. But he is aboard, hit by a pitch, so it hit batsman. And now with one away, we've runners at first and second base. That brings up Jacob Frick now, the right fielder, for the first time in this one. .354 his batting average. Right-handed hitter Corbin Williams still working from the stretch. Whirls and gives a bad toss at second base. That's going to go into center field. Wes Anderson motoring down to third. He is there easily. Runners at first and third now with only one away. Now can the Mustangs take advantage of an opportunity here? So as we get you back there to Wes Anderson, he's going to advance on an errant throw by the pitcher. So now with only one away, runners at first and third, and quickly, coaching staff comes out to talk with Corbin Williams just to settle him down quickly. And again, it's been a nice start for Corbin Williams with 2 strikeouts and an easy ground out in the first. Then he gets a ground out to get things started here in the second. Then he gave up the single to Wes Anderson, who is now at third base. He hit Franco, and now Frick at the dish. Huge window of opportunity here. With a man in scoring position, only one away. From the stretch, Corbin Williams looks in. Dustin Peterson, signed, delivered, target set. And the offering, fastball, swung on and missed. Strike one. Great velocity brings Corbin Williams. And that was one of the things that Josh Langford talked about as far as keys to his matchup was to handle the pitching. He said, we haven't seen much of this throughout this 2013 campaign. And the pitch. Line drive to left field. That's in there for a base knock. That'll score a run. Anderson crosses home plate, and it's 1-0 Mustangs. And listen to the Mustang faithful make some noise. Boy, talk about timely hitting there. Jacob Frick, the 7-hole hitter, comes through big with a single and an RBI, and it's 1-0 for Morgan. Solid piece of hitting. Now Jared Bohm, the DH, will step in the right side. He's got runners at first and second. Only one away. Corbin Williams checks the runner back at second base, gives a good hard look, kicks and fires, and the pitch tails away, just missed outside, ball one. Corbin Williams right back on the rubber and ready. Gathers the sign, and he comes set, belt high. Looks around the diamond, and another look back and kicks and fires. That pitch down and away for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to count as we thank Valley View Villa. We'll look to the team at Valley View for rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. Stop by 815 Fremont or call them today at 867-8261. Williams ready, Bohm ready, the DH. Boy, base knock spells trouble here. 1 out, the pitch. Runs inside. Ball 3. Now the pitch count for Corbin Williams is at 21. 14-7 the strike-to-ball ratio. 2 strikeouts, no walks so far. However, trailing 1-0. A run on 2 hits, no errors so far. That pitch inside, ball 4, he walked him. Only one away. Sacks are juiced. Or sacks drunk, if you will. 1-0. A run on 2 hits, no errors for the Mustangs. No runs and a hit, no errors for the Cyclones. Corbin Williams looks into Dustin Peterson. Sign delivered, and Williams set belt high. He kicks and fires, and the pitch is in there for a strike. That's Sergio Beguera for the first time in this one. Sergio hits at about 174. He's the 9-hole hitter and the center fielder. Pretty sure-handed defensively. Here's the offering. Look out, that one hit him. Corbin Williams had a great start in the first inning, and normally that's not the norm. He doesn't start so quickly. He gets better as he goes along, but struggling just a little bit here in the second inning. That's early in the ball game, and Logs Latovsky is going to call him over and say, hey, time to settle down. Hey, just throw some strikes. We'll make plays behind you. So Sergio Bagheera is aboard, hit by a pitch. And now we go to the top of the order for David Mendez, who would like to redeem himself after a punch-out called third strike his first time around. Talk about a huge opportunity here with bases loaded, only one away. Boy, the suicide squeeze late in the ball game there by Langford was a great call. Blackston got a great jump. As soon as that foot moved, he was off and running. And a great job by, I believe it was Franco, to lay that bunt down, because it wasn't a very good pitch. It was high and away. And the pitch, a good heater right across the letters, in there for a strike. 0-1. One out, bases loaded. 2-0 is the lead for the Mustangs. Now they apply a little pressure to the Cyclone defense. That's exactly what Coach Langford wanted to do. The pitch waved at missed. Strike 2. David Mendez, solid. Coach and I had a little bit different in the pitch count. I had 97 pitches. Coach had 101 or 102. I was probably right. 0-2 with one away, and I'm kidding, Coach. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Corbin Williams came back with some nasty stuff there. A little movement on that fastball. So for the second time in this one, David Mendez goes down by way of the strikeout. Now Yuli Hernandez with an opportunity to help out his own cause, who started at shortstop, now pitching this time around. It's the Class 4A District 1 championship round. Williams ready with bases loaded and 2 away. The pitch delivered on the outside corner, a strike. So with bases loaded and 2 away here in the top half of the second inning. 2 runs and 2 hits so far for the Mustangs. No runs on a hit. Neither team has committed an error. The pitch, swung on and missed. Runner going. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is out. And Corbin Williams never came set, says Coach Langford, as again, the Pueblo West Cyclones are starting to head for the dugout. And now they're going to say he didn't come set. Coach Langford was all over that. Boy, oh boy, he said he was going to have to manage the game. What a gutsy call and a great call. And Coach Sanchez comes out not happy about the call at all, but you know what? That's the right call. Corbin Williams was just looking in, and he never got into a set motion. He never started the motion to come set. Wow. So Jacob Frick scores as he steals home. Give him another stolen base, and get this, it's 3-0 Mustangs. So everybody swipes one on that play. And back to Ulysses Hernandez we go. So still an 0-2 count, with runners now at second and third, and 3-0. 3 runs have scored here in the top of the second inning. A lot of baseball to be played, but what a nice start here early as that pitch is delivered on the outside portion, a called strike 3, and Yuli Hernandez goes down looking, his second strikeout of the ball game. 3-0. 3 runs, 2 hits. An error and 2 left on base. Wow. Unbelievable. We'll take a timeout, be back. We're in the middle of inning number 2. It's on to the second. We go bottom of inning number 2. We'll do it after a timeout right here at B106 and B106.com. Well, the skipper said he had to manage this game and be smart about things. And life is a game of chance at times. And baseball is definitely a game of chance in a lot of situations. And he's made some great calls today, and either live or die, and he has lived twice. 3-0 is the lead. It's on to the bottom of inning number 2. We go with Peter Ward at the dish. Ball 1 to him, and that one misses outside. It's ball 2. Peter Ward, Derek Robinson, and then Tyler Evans for the Cyclones. 3-0 Mustangs here in the bottom of inning number 2. Yuli Hernandez has got to throw strikes. That pitch is popped up to the right side. Playable for the first baseman. Anderson diving in foul territory. Can't quite get there to make the play. Great hustle by the second baseman. Tony Zwetzig over there did a great job hustling over there in foul territory. Again, that slight breeze just kept kind of drifting the ball away from Anderson, who made a great play and a great attempt over there, but not quite enough. So the count now, 2 balls, 1 strike with nobody out. And again, it's Peter Ward, Derek Robinson, and Tyler Evans. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters. Bottom part of the order for the Cyclones here. Pitch is high and away for a ball. Yuli Hernandez and James Martin's the battery this time around for the Mustangs. And the pitch. Ball 4, walked him. That was another thing as far as pitching was concerned. He said, we hope Yuli gives us some quality innings here. We'll take what we can get from Yuli, and then we may have to do this by committee. He said, we don't want to leave one guy out there too long and let this West team, who is a solid hitting team, get any kind of timing down. As a team, Pueblo West hit at about 345 this year. Not too bad. Derek Robinson now for the first time with a runner aboard, double play in alignment. He looks at ball 1. 3-0 Mustangs. Here's a toss over at first base, and the runner's back in safely, diving head first. We have the opportunity. Want to thank B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance is at 502 Ensign in Fort Morgan. They can help you save water, energy, and the environment without sacrificing quality and performance. Runner goes. Here's the throw down to second. It's a little offline. It squibs away from the second baseman, and he'll take another one on that play. So now, on that throw, the West Cyclones have a runner in scoring position. And I think we'll have to charge, we'll see if they'll charge an error to the shortstop on there. Is that going to be a throwing error because it just came out of his glove? They haven't put up an error on the scoreboard. Got to be an error in there somewhere. Got to and give him 2 bases on that play. So there you have it. Runner in scoring position with Rob. Back to Robinson we go. He looks at ball 3 and ball 4, and he is aboard. So now with back-to-back walks, that could be costly. We may see a timeout called for, and we do have Coach Josh Langford coming onto the field. Now, how long will he stay with Yuli? We may see a pitching change here. Coach Langford talking with his infield. And that's one of the things he said he didn't want to do. He's drawn up a play, it looks like here. Now we are going to see a pitching change, so let's take a 60-second timeout. We've got a pitching change with nobody out and runners at first and third for the Pueblo West Cyclones, because we just sent somebody to the dugout to grab a glove, so we'll tell you about the pitching change after this timeout. 3-0 Mustangs leading the Cyclones. Nobody out, bottom of inning number 2. We'll be back with more right here at B106 and B106.com. Well, that pitching change now has been made. James Martins will come to pitch. Yuli Hernandez will go to second base, and Joey Schneider will come in to catch. And again, as I allude to that he said, we may have to do this second game by committee. but we'll see how it works out. We don't want to leave anybody out there too long and let this get out of hand, and that's a great job. He said managing this game would be critical, and already a pitching change. So quickly out of the stretch now will be Martins. He delivers the pitch. It's swung on, driven in the air left field. Nate Alexander giving chase into foul territory, and he's not going to get there. Foul ball, strike one, and that'll be to Tyler Evans, hitting for the first time in this one with runners at first and third and nobody out. So now it's James Martins, Joey Schneider, your battery. Wes Anderson is at first base. Yuli Hernandez at second. Franco's at third. Mendez is at short. The outfield left to right will be Alexander, Bagheera, and Frick. Pitch is delivered for a strike as we've got a runner from first going down. He'll swipe one. Let's get you back there to Derek Robinson. Advance him. Little defensive indifference, no throw made. So now runners at second and third base. Back to Tyler Evans we go with an 0-2 count. Pitches away for a ball. Not a bad waste of a pitch there. Looking to get him to chase outside. So the count is at 1-2 with nobody out. 2 on in scoring position now for the West Cyclones. Snyder, make that Martins, continues to work out of the stretch. Snyder delivers the sign. His target is set. And the pitch is a called strike 3. Nice looking pitch on the outside half. Now we turn the lineup card over, go to the top of the order for Jared Lasher, who was 1 for 1 today. He singled his first time up. That obviously in the first inning. Here we are in the home half of inning number 2. Lasher ready, as is Martins. Right-hander looks in. Comes set, chest high. He kicks and fires. Breaking ball misses outside. Ball 1. We have the opportunity, I want to thank Platte Valley Hearing Center. You don't have to travel out of town to receive the best and most advanced hearing health care. Visit Platte Valley Hearing Center located at 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan, Colorado. 3-0 here. Mustangs with a lead. Home half of inning number 2. And here's the pitch. A little outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. 2 aboard. Runners at second and third base. Peter Ward and Derek Robinson occupy the bags. 3-0 the lead for Fort Morgan. Martins looks in, likes the sign, kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball. Looked like it dipped in there, just missed. Just a bit outside. 3-0 the count. 1 out, 2 on. As he checks the runner, Martins looks over at third base. He delivers the pitch. Fastball's in there for a strike. Yeah, and you can bank that Jared Lasher, who is the leadoff hitter, was taking all the way there. Lasher, a .281 hitter here in 2013. The pitch on the outside portion of the plate, a called strike. Nice job by James Martins to battle back. The count is full now with 2 aboard, 1 away. Got a 3-2 count. And here comes the pitch as he gives the nod. Martins set, chin high. He kicks, he fires. Just missed a little low and away. Nice looking pitch. I like that location. That'll load him up with only 1 away. Bases loaded again for Pueblo West. They had him loaded in the first, didn't push anybody across. Now the infield will move in a few steps to tighten things up just a tad bit. It's tag a bag, but you want to go for the plate. Now what Martins needs to do is induce a ground ball here as he goes into the full motion, and the pitch is a little bit high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. James Martins ready. Looks into Snyder. likes the sign, and here he goes into the motion. That pitch on the outside corner is taken for a strike. So now the count even at 1-1 with one out and bases loaded. 3-0, Mustangs with the lead. West trying to get right back in this one. Javi Garcia at the dish. Grounds one to the left side. A good piece of hitting. Here comes a run to score. They're going to wave another on. So a base knock, credit 2 RBIs to Javi Garcia. He sat on that breaking ball and just lined it into left field for the base knock. That's a big piece of hitting there. Peter Ward scores. Derek Robinson scores. And Jared Lasher goes on to second base on that play. So with one away, the double play is in order now. With the runners at first and second base, you got to get a ground ball to the infield, twist that pair, and get out. It's 3-2, and of course, Coach Langford said West will score some runs. We've got to minimize. 3-2 now. Pitch is cut on and fouled back overhead out of play. Strike one. Now that's to Gavin Compton, who was hit by a pitch his first time around. Compton hitting at .500. He can swing it. 4 home runs on the year, and he's a big right-hander. 0-1 with 1 out and 2 on. 2 runs home so far here in the bottom of inning number 2. The pitch. Hit hard, first base side, foul ball, out of play. James Martins looks to be settling in here. I like his presence on the hill. Pretty good size right-hander. And a guy who gets it. He can pitch and catch. Martin's ready for the 0-2 with 1 away. Time called for by Gavin Compton. It's granted, so he backs out of that right side batter's box. Now he's back in and ready. Martin's ready, Compton ready. Set for the 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it's well hit. High fly ball deep to left. Way back she goes. Way back she goes. And it's off the base of the wall. They're going to wave the runner around. The tying run headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Not quite in time. I'll tell you what. Gavin Compton gave that one a ride, and it hit the base of the wall 342 feet away along that third base line, and he gets a single out of it. However, it's an RBI, and he ties this one at 3. My goodness, did he give it a ride. Jared Lasher scores. The ball just ricocheted off of the wall. Garcia, Javi moves on to second base on the play, so Nate Alexander was able to come up with it rather quickly and make a decent throw. We're tied at 3. Corbin Williams now, who drew a walk his first opportunity. Here he is for the second time today with only 1 away. Still a double play in order for the Mustangs. Corbin Williams backs out of the box. He's back in and ready. Martins whirls. A toss going to be close. Not quite in time over at second base. Nice job there by David Mendez covering the bag on that attempt. 1 ball, no strikes out of Corbin Williams hitting for the second time in this one. Logs Latowski due up next. Tied at 3. 3 runs, 2 hits. For the Mustangs, 3 runs, 3 hits. For the Cyclones. The pitch. Coming our way, foul right back to the screen here, up top. So the count even at 1-1 with 1 ball, 1 strike. We've 1 out. And runners at first and second base. 2 aboard and 3 runs home so far. All the runs that have been scored have been here in inning number 2. We're at the bottom of the second inning here at Hobbs Field on the Runyon Sports Complex as we approach the top of the hour, the 4 o'clock hour, just a few minutes away, rather. The pitch. Down and away for a ball. I want to thank Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for projects around the home, office, or the yard, and now Carry Appliances as well. Ackley Building Center located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. I want to thank Ackley boys for being a part of the broadcast. 3-3 here in Pueblo, Colorado this afternoon. The pitch in the air. It's a high fly ball in the shallow center field. Charging is Becerra, and we got a collision out there between the second baseman and the center fielder. As Yuli Hernandez was going out, charging was Becerra, and I'm sure Becerra was yelling, "I got it." I don't think Yuli heard him. Everybody is safe all the way around, and you score the error on the second baseman. And we'll have a trainer go out there to check on Yuli. That ball was hit so high, if there was more cloud cover, that would have brought rain. Boy, that thing was in the air. It would be a fielding error. So Javi Garcia now occupies third base. Gavin Compton over at second base on that play. So now with only one away, bases loaded again. And Logan Latofsky, the shortstop, who popped out to the third baseman his first time up, has another opportunity. So lefty Latofsky hits .415 on the year. And what a year he's had as a senior. 24 runs on 27 hits and 12 driven in. Well, he's got number 13, 14, and 15 on the pond. The pitch low to Latofsky, ball one. Logan, a left-handed hitter, looking third base side to gather the sign. And he does. Here's the offering. Runner going, foul ball on the bunt. Boy, Pueblo West trying a little small ball and a suicide squeeze of their own. Javi was on his horse and moving. Latofsky did a good job to protect him and get at least a little bit of bat on the ball. So the count even at a ball and a strike. One out, bases loaded. 3 runs home so far. We're tied at 3. Latofsky ready, Martin's ready. Bluff throw over. Martin's just chasing Javi Garcia back. At third base, I should mention. So set for the 1-1 is Martin's. And the pitch a little bit low for a ball. So now the count at 2-1. As we think, Buildings by Design, and Brush takes pride in their workmanship and quality of their relationships with their customers and clients. For a free bid, call Pat Walter at 842-5837. Building today's business, building by design. Pitch runs inside for a ball, and now the count at 3-1 with 1 away, and bases loaded. Pueblo West has had bases loaded for the third time in this one. And they've gathered 3 runs on 3 hits. 3 runs on a pair for the Mustangs. They've committed an error in the ball game. Pitch. Ground ball to the right side. That gets through for a base hit. Javi Garcia will score. Compton will take a big turn and hold at third. Now here's a play at second. Here's a throw down to second base. Not in time. The first baseman, Wes Anderson, held onto the ball a little bit too long. He had a play over there at Corbin Williams, who was halfway to third on that play, and he didn't make the throw. That's one of those errors that you can't put in the book because it wasn't actually an error, but it's one of those mental errors that if he unleashes that ball over at second base, Corbin Williams is a sitting duck. He just didn't make the throw. So Latofsky with a base knock, and it's 4-3, Pueblo West. As Javi Garcia scores, Compton moves on to third base. Corbin Williams now occupies second base on the play. Dustin Peterson will be the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the home half of inning number 2, and still only 1 away with bases loaded. It's 4-3, Pueblo West now. Martin's ready. Into the wind he goes, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. As he looked at strike 1, now swings and misses there. How big would a strikeout be right here for James Martin? Here's the offering. Breaking ball, nice curved tails away, just missed. Ball one, that's a good waste of a pitch. So a ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. 4-3 the lead for the Cyclones now over the Mustangs. Timeout called for by the right-handed hitting catcher, Dustin Peterson. As we thank Stubbs Gas and Oil. Stubbs Gas and Oil located at I-76 and Highway 39 in Wiggins. Pitch missing away for a ball. Now 2-2 with... Now he called that a strike. Wow, strike 3. A punch-out called third strike. And now here comes Peter Ward with 2 away. Into the line goes Martins. There's that breaking ball that just missed outside. I want to thank Morgan Federal Bank for being a part of the broadcast, keeping community banking simple and committed to their community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That's Morgan Federal Bank. 1-0 the count with 2 out and bases loaded. The offering. Off speed is in there for a strike. Nice looking pitch. Good execution there. Took a little off that changeup. Nicely done. Derek Robinson will be up next should he get the opportunity. Back to Peter Ward we go. Good hard fastball's over for a strike. Well, I'd say throw that one again there, Mr. James Martins. 1-2 with 2 away and bases loaded. I'd go right back at that one right there. He shakes one side, now gets one he likes. Martin's into the wide, and here is the pitch. There's that breaking ball that missed away. With the count even at 2-2. So deuces are big-time wild across the scoreboard there here at Hobbs Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Bases are loaded. It's 4-3 Pueblo West here in the bottom of inning number 2. The 2-2 pitch in the air. High fly ball deep to right field. Frick is going back, reaching off the tip of the glove. He can't make the catch. Here comes one run to score. They'll wave another, and another. On to third base. Here comes a throw, not in time. A triple with 3 RBIs. How big is that for Peter Ward, who drew a walk and scored his first time around? Boy, oh boy. And it looked like Frick just got a late jump on the baseball over there. Three RBIs there for Peter Ward, who is the 7-hole hitter. That'll clean him up. And now Ward occupies third base, and it's 7-3 Pueblo West. Bottom of inning number 2. Wow. Now Tyler Evans, who is 0 for 1 by way of the strikeout in his first time around. Into the line goes Martin to full motion, delivery, and it is a little bit low. Ball 1. So 1-0 the count out of Martins. No bullpen activity either side. Here's the 1-0. Sharply hit third base side, right through the legs of the third baseman Franco, and another run will score. That was just a well-hit baseball, and wow, Franco, I thought he had a play on it. Just pulled that glove up a little bit too soon. Yeah, you worked from the ground up, but he thought that might take a hop, or he just pulled up too quickly there, and the run will score, and it's 8-3. Got to score that in air. Hate to do it. That's a fielding error on the third baseman. Peter Ward scores on the play. Now that was Derek Robinson, pardon me, now Tyler Evans to the plate. Oh for 1 is Evans. 8-3 is the lead. 8 runs on 5 hits for the Cyclones now. Breaking ball is in there. Did he call that a ball? Looked good from here. So a ball and no strikes with 2 out and the runner away. That is Derek Robinson away from first base on a pretty good-sized lead over there. The pitch is a ground ball towards short. That one's off the glove of the shortstop. Hernandez will make that Mendez. And everybody's safe all the way around. And it looks like the base runner there, Derek Robinson's going to try to take two, and he does. So put him aboard with an error by this time shortstop. And again, that's what you can ill afford to do, is not help anybody out. So now we turn the lineup card over. We go to the top of the order for Jared Lasher for the third time in this one. Second time this inning. As well. He's the right fielder. Runner from first is going. Throw down to third is offline. That's trouble. It's into left field it goes, and everybody is safe all the way around. And another run will score. Wow. So we get you back to Tyler Evans, who will advance on an errant throw. Give him two bases. And Derek Robinson scores on the play. And now back to Tyler Evans we go. It's at Jared Lasher with Tyler Evans over at third base, and it's 9-3. 9 runs have scored here in the bottom of inning number 2 after the Mustangs jumped down to a 3-0 lead. Giving up 9 here in the second. And a slew of errors. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count out of Jared Lasher with Javi Garcia due up next. 2 away, and the offering. It's a little looper into shallow center field. Charging is Beguerin on the run. He'll make the catch. That's a nice play to finally retire the side. So a fly out into center field to record the out. And here's how things went. Talk about a productive inning for the bottom of inning number 2 for the Pueblo West Cyclones. They get 9 runs on 4 hits, 4 errors, and they leave 1 stranded. It's 9-3 after 2 complete. So the bats will have to wake up for the Mustangs as they come to hit here as we move to the third inning. We'll do it after a timeout right here at B106 and B106.com. And a very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome back to Hobbs Field here at the Runyon Sports Complex. 9-3 now the score after 2 complete innings of work. It's on to the third we go. It'll be James Martins, Nate Alexander, then Wes Anderson this time around for the Mighty Fighting Mustangs, and they got to wake the bats up right here, right now, and keep something going. They jumped out to the 3-0 lead, then gave up 9. First pitch cut on, foul back overhead, out of play, strike 1. So Martins, who grounded out to the shortstop in his first opportunity, is 0 for 1 in this championship round after winning in the first one to get here to face the Cyclones. Nobody aboard. Again, this leadoff man, James Martins, as the pitch is low and inside ball 1. So Corbin Williams has thrown 32 pitches. He has struck out 4 and walked only 1 so far in this ball game, and it seems like it has been a very long ball game after that second inning. A very long second inning. The pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike, the count. Well, we have the opportunity. I want to thank Northern Colorado Title. You don't have to close on your home alone. Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan will provide you with a stress-free closing. They'll be glad to help you out. Give them a call or stop on by today. That's Northern Colorado Title. I've got 3-1. The scoreboard has 2-1. We'll find out here, and I was right. 3-1. And now ball 4. Nate Alexander now, who is 0 for 1, had a hot shot. He's the cleanup hitter, and boy, did he rope one. He had a great piece of hitting, but right back at the box, and Corbin Williams, the pitcher, made a great play on it. BUT Quest, letter jackets, T-shirts, and more. Stop on by today. They're at 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan for all your sports apparel. It's BUT Quest. Pitch is cut on and fouled off to the right side. 0-1 the count. 9-3 the lead. Corbin Williams takes a look around the diamond. Now throws over to first, and the runner dives back safely. That'd be James Martins. Get that uniform dirty. So Williams looks in to Peterson. He'll gather the side and check the runner. As he comes set belt high, the right-hander holding, kicks and fires. Ground ball towards short. Lutovsky up with it to second for one. Throw to first is not quite in time. So they'll force the out for out number one, but didn't quite turn that double play. A good job there by Nate Alexander to hustle down. He is aboard via the fielder's choice. Martins is out. He'll be forced to score that a 6-4 put out. And now Wes Anderson coming to the plate. He's the 5-hole hitter. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored in this one. Lanky left-handed hitting Wes Anderson. Williams rocks and fires, delivers a fastball for a strike, and you can hear the pop of the mid up here. 0-1 with 1 out and 1 on. Double play in order for the Cyclones. Here's a whirl and a soft toss over at first base. Well, we had the opportunity. I want to thank Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan. They're in Fort Morgan and in Brush. That's Equitable Savings and Loan. I want to thank them for their support of high school baseball here in 2013 as the pitch is away for a ball. Count, I'll leave it up. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. We've 1 runner aboard. Mustangs need to push somebody across here to keep this thing close. One of the things that Josh Langford said, we're going to face some very solid pitching. They can score runs. We don't want to let this one get out of hand. Pitch is waved at, missed. Strike 2 now. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out and 1 on. Anderson at the plate. 2 home runs on the year, but does have a little home run power. So with 1 swing of the bat, chop into the lead of the Cyclones. It's 9-3. 9 runs on 5 hits. As the runner goes, ground ball toward first. Bobbled by the first baseman. He'll step on bag to make the play. Good job there by Gavin Compton. So Anderson is out 3 unassisted for out number 2. Nate Alexander now occupies second base on play. And now Franco to the plate, who was hit by a pitch. He's also scored in this one. This will be his second plate appearance for the third baseman. 9-3, 2 out, 1 on. That runner, however, is out Nate Alexander, who stands on in scoring position. And the pitch, and a good hard fastball that just missed a little high and inside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count now. Corbin Williams ready. The right-hander kicks and delivers the pitch a little inside for a ball. Count 2 balls, no strikes with 2 out, 1 on. West with a 9-3 lead here at the top of the third inning. West 10-run Denver North in the first game this morning at 10 o'clock here at Hobbs Field. That pitch rides high for ball number 3. A 6-0 win for the Mustangs over the Whitefield Gladiators in the other matchup that sent both these teams here. Pitch high and tight. Ball 4, he walked him. Morgan Community College, proud sponsor of today's ball game. Don't let finances stand in your way. of pursuing your college education, visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session that'll get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you. 2 out, 2 on, 9-3 the lead for the Cyclones. And at the dish will be Jacob Frick, the right fielder, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Trying to hold his swing back, but he does go around strike 1. So 0-1 the count with 2 out and 2 on. Again, it's been a great mixture of sun and clouds, and I say that in that order because that's pretty much the way it's been. More sunshine than cloud cover. 0-1 with 2 away. As Jacob Frick called for time, and he's back in and ready. And a bluff toss back at second base, chases the runner back there. We have the opportunity. I want to thank Colorado Plains Medical Center. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center is ready to handle any kind of emergency. Pitch delivered. It's a called strike. So now 0-2 with 2 away and 2 aboard. Top of the third is where we work. Jacob Frick ready. Corbin Williams ready. The 0-2 is a called strike 3. He struck him out. Side retired. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It's 9-3 in the middle of the third. Cyclones coming to that after this timeout right here at B106 and B106.com. 9-3 as we move on to the home half of inning number 3. Javi Garcia will lead things off for the West Cyclones now. We thank you for listening here at B106 and B106.com on the World Wide Web. My name is J.J. Valentine. Very nice to have you along here for Class 4A District 1 baseball championship round. Javi has to duck away from that one. 2-0 the count now. It'll be Javi Garcia, Gavin Compton, and then Corbin Williams this time around after a 9-run third inning. It was 3-0 momentarily. That was short-lived as that pitch is waved at and missed. Strike 1, so 2-1 the count now to Javi Garcia, making his third plate appearance in this ball game. He had the sack bump, then he singled with 2 RBIs, and he scored one so far. He swings, lifts one in the air, right side toward the first baseman, Anderson, right near the bag. He'll reach up and make the catch to record out number 1. That's much needed now, so I'll pop out to the first baseman. I'll tell you what, to minimize the damage, the Mustangs need to have a short inning defensively here. Now, Gavin Compton, who gave it a ride, he had one of the longest singles I've ever seen. It hit off about 3 feet high on the wall, 342 feet away, and got a single. He did drive one in on that play as he swings and fouls one off deep right side out of play. So he was hit by a pitch in the first, then he singled, drove one in, and scored in the second, and here he is for the third time in the third inning. That one swung on and missed. So now the count is quickly 0-2, 1 out, bases empty. And that's the kind of inning you need if you're a Mustang fan. Martins looks into Snyder. Into the full wind he goes in the pitch. High and away for a ball. A little bit of a waste of a pitch there. 1-2 with 1 away. Well, we have the opportunity. I want to thank Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies. Serving you the best coffees, lattes, and smoothies, now open 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. to better serve you and ready to make your favorite specialty drink or offer a sweet treat just for you. Stop on by and see them today, 921 Edison Street in Brush. It's Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies. The pitch, outside for a ball. Count all even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. 9-3 is the lead for the West Cyclones. Fort Morgan struck first in this one in the top of inning number 2 with 3 runs. And talk about your good old-fashioned hollerback as the pitch is delivered. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, he struck him out. Boy, that's big. So with 2 up and 2 down, that brings up Corbin Williams, who was the cleanup hitter, reached on an air and scored his last time. Before that, he had walked left stranded. This his third plate appearance, and will he prove it to be charm? 2 out and nobody on. Here's the pitch. A little high for a ball. Not a bad-looking pitch. Didn't miss by much. 2 out, 1-0 the count. Corbin Williams at the dish with Logan Lutovsky to follow. James Martins and Joey Schneider, the battery. The pitch. There's a breaking ball that nicks the outside corner for a called strike. Count even up at 1-1 with 2 out and nobody on. Very nice to have you along here at Runyon Sports Complex, Rum Hobbs Field. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and fouled back overhead. That's way out of play as it quickly left the yard. So the count now, is it a ball and 2 strikes? We'd like to thank Hometown Auto and Hardware, Brush's local Napa and hardware. They do small engine repair. They've got shop for you. They can stop on by as the pitch is in the air, and that's a line drive into center field for a base hit. Corbin Williams just sat back on a fastball and drove it. Sergio Bagheera made a nice play on it, but that was just a soft line drive. Hometown Auto and Hardware, you can see them today at 1305 Edison. Here's number 6, Lefty Lutovsky, we call him. Logan Lutovsky. Shows bunt, lays it down right back to the box. Martin's up with it on the first in time to record the outside, retired. That's a much-needed inning for the Mustangs, who get out of that one cleanly. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Time to get the Caps going and time to swing it and bring it. 9-3, and it's on to the 4th inning we go. We'll do it after a timeout right here. Listen to high school baseball on B106 and at B106.com on the World Wide Web. 9-3 our score as we get down to the 4th inning now. 9 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Pueblo West. 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 errors for Fort Morgan. Want to thank Brush's Grocery Carts. Stop, shop, and save with all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. Stop on by Brush Grocery Cart at 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. We'd love to thank them. Don't forget our post-game show coming up, presented by High Plains Bank and Wiggins. We'll have that for you a little bit later on. Right now, the bats need to go to work, and Jared Bohm gets things started. He looks at a pitch, it runs inside for a ball. Corbin Williams on 49 pitches has struck out 5. He's walked 3 with 30-19, his strike-to-ball ratio. Into the line, the right-hander goes. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it hit him. Jared's aboard the hard way, hit by a pitch. Well, you get your leadoff man aboard, doesn't matter how, by way of putting the ball in play. And that pitch just got away from Corbin. Here comes Sergio Bagheera now, who was hit by a pitch himself his last time and his first time up in the 2nd inning, part of that 3-run second. He did get credit with an RBI with bases being loaded. Here he is for the 2nd time today, and a runner aboard, nobody out. 9-3 the lead in the pitch. Heater missing high for a ball. So 1-0 the count with nobody out, 1 man on, and again, that's Jared Bohm who occupies first base. He'll take a nice lead away from over there. Compton holding over at first, and the slight step to the plate, pitch is cut on and fouled back. So the count all even up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 man on. 9-3. 3 runs in the 2nd inning for the Mustangs. 9 in the bottom of inning number 3. Make that inning number 2 for the Cyclones. That's where all the scoring's been done. That pitch is on the outside corner, taken for a strike. And now 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Corbin Williams ready. Again, the slide step to the plate, a little bit high for a ball. As we thank the Brush Grocery Cart, we also want to thank Hometown Auto and Hardware, as Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies, all proud sponsors of high school baseball 2013 here at B106. Swing and a miss, strike three. Sixth strikeout of the ball game now for Corbin Williams of Pueblo West. Now that brings up David Mendez, who is 0 for. Well, he has struck out twice. Will third time be charm? The pitch is over for a strike, and he started him off speed that time. We have the opportunity. Want to thank Blodorn Lumber, who presented our starting lineups today. The pitch on the outside corner is a called strike. 0-2 the count. Corbin Williams right back on that rubber and ready. And the right-hander set, belt high. The pitch, waved at and missed, strike three. He struck him out. Third strikeout in this one for David Mendez, who really struggled with Corbin Williams, or flip it the other way around, Corbin Williams kind of had his number. He's done the same with Yuli Hernandez, who started out pitching, now playing second base. He swings and fouls one back into the catcher's strike one. 0-1 the count. Well, the right-hander Corbin Williams looks around the diamond, likes the sign. Off speed is swung on and missed. 60 pitches he's thrown. 7 strikeouts and 3 walks in this one. The pitch. He did not go around. He held up. Everybody from Pueblo West started to head for the dugout. Not that time. And that was straight fastball that ran inside, and he didn't miss by much. So now Corbin will try it again with a ball and 2 strikes, 2 out. That one gets away from the catcher. Runner off and moving on to second base. So Jared Bohm will swipe one. Give him a stolen base, and back to Yuli Hernandez we go, who has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 man on, and here's the pitch. That one missed a little bit low. Now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Corbin Williams started out way ahead of Yuli Hernandez here. Quickly 2 strikes, then the one missed. Had a check swing. He didn't go around. Pitch ran inside, and here's the payoff, and that one hit him. So he is a hit batsman, and now runners at first and third. That didn't hit him. Actually got away from the catcher. So it's ball 4 and runners at first and third. Look for a little firework action over there at third base. They've done some pretty crafty things from third base over there by way of a stolen home plate and a suicide squeeze. Pitch delivered, strike to James Martins now. So 0-1 with 2 out in the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Straight cheese that time. Just blew gas right by him. So 0-2 with 2 away, 2 aboard. 9-3 is the score. It remains here in the top of the fourth inning. And the pitch just missed a little bit low. Not a bad waste of a pitch, too, I'll tell you. Set for the 1-2 with 2 out and 2 on. Both those men in scoring position. Ready is Martins. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 gets away from the catcher. Here's the throw to first. Just in time to record the out. That's 3 away. Wow. And the runner was coming home. Nearly got in there. Had he not made that throw in time, a run would have scored. And it was close. So Martins is out by way of the strikeout throw to first. So there were no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base that time. And in the middle of the fourth, the score, Pueblo West 9, Fort Morgan 3. On the bottom of the fourth, we go after a timeout right here. You're listening to High School Baseball, B106 and B106.com. 9-3 is our score as we move on to the home half. The bottom of the fourth inning we go. And leading things off will be Dustin Peterson, who is 0 for 2 for the West Cyclones. He looks at the pitch down and away, ball 1. It'll be Dustin Peterson to lead things off, followed by Peter Ward and then Derek Robinson. Pueblo West scored 9 in the second after 3 runs posted by the Mustangs. Took a 3-0 lead, and that was very short-lived. And that's been all the scoring so far. 9 runs on 6 hits so far in the ball game for Pueblo West. 3 runs, 2 hits, and 4 errors so far for the Mustangs. 2 balls, no strikes to count now to Dustin Peterson. His third plate appearance. Curveball tails away, missing outside, ball 3. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Dustin Peterson taking all the way. 9-3. Pitch thrown away for a ball. 9-3 remains the score, so Dustin Peterson gets a free pass. Now Peter Ward coming to the plate. We'll have a courtesy runner coming in for the Cyclones. Looks like Chase Trujillo is going to come in to run. Indeed, that is the case. So now the new batter steps in. Trujillo away from first. Peter Ward takes a look at strike 1. Nice off-speed pitch there by James Martins, trailing 9-3. And again, double play in order. And there's a throw over to first, and the runner dives back safely. James Martins needs to induce a simple ground ball, get a routine play, turn 2, keep this inning short-lived, and get the bat back in hand. Pitch is cut on, fouled off to the right side. The countdown quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with nobody out, 1 man on, and again, double play still in alignment for the Mustangs. With Peter Ward, the center fielder, hitting for the 3rd time today. He tripled, drove in 3, and scored last time around. And then he walked and scored. Both of that 2 runs he scored were in the 2nd inning. As a soft toss goes over to first. Not in time. James Martins did a nice job behind the plate through the first game and then started the second one there. Here he is, finds himself pitching in relief. Ground ball, first base side, foul ball, and the count will hold at 0-2. Well, we have the opportunity. I want to thank Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance for presenting the opening pitches today, State Farm Insurance, as well as Valley View Villa for being a part of our broadcast. The 0-2 just missed outside. Good waste of a pitch there by Martin. (20-0) are the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Throw over to first. That's close. Not quite. Pueblo West at 16-4. They were 11-1 in league this year. The pitch, high and away, runner going, throw is going to be close, in time, got him! Nice toss by Joey Schneider over there. The second baseman, Yuli Hernandez, covering on the play. Pitch missed, however, for a ball, but a dandy of a toss. Caught stealing, and again, that's 2-4 on that putout. So Dustin Peterson has been erased, and the pitch, oh boy, how big is that base knock there? A base knock into right field, and man, oh man. If he doesn't get thrown out, he's probably at third. That's a big-time throw there by Joey Schneider to take away that man who would be in scoring position, whether it be second or third base. New batter now will be Derek Robinson for the third time. Reached on an air and scored, then walked and scored. Grounds one to the shortstop. Here's the flip to second for one. The throw down to first is offline. It's an errant throw, but you can't assume the double play. So he'll just advance on that throw. But there was that double play that you had to have to get out of the inning. Those are the smaller things that make a huge, huge difference. That means another batter you face, but now you put a guy on in scoring position as opposed to being in a dugout with bats in hand. 9-3, 2 away, as Derek Robinson is aboard on that fielder's choice. Peter Ward is out, by the way. He'll be forced. That was 6-4. And just advanced the runner on the throw at second base. Now Tyler Evans, for the third time today, reached on an air and struck out. He swings and lines one into center field. Boy, right at Bagheera. He'll make a nice catch to record the out. Finally, side retired. So, there were no runs and a hit, no errors, one man left on base. And at the bottom of the fourth inning, the score remains 9-3 Pueblo West. And the Mustangs will come to bat. We'll do it after a 60-second timeout right here. We'll be back with more exciting high school baseball at B106 and B106.com. Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Hobbs Field here at the Runyon Sports Complex. 9-3 as we move on to the bottom of the fourth inning. Pueblo West with a lead that I thought was not quite going to happen that early in the ball game because it was a 3-0 lead for the Mustangs who jumped out early. As I said before, and I'll say it again, Pueblo West, after seeing this team and following this team throughout, I see that this team can hit the ball. They do it very well. Coach Langford said the same thing. We've got to score runs because Pueblo West will score runs. This is a team, again, he echoed what I said, that's a good hitting team, and they're going to make their run. We've got to minimize anything that they do. And when I thought they tied it at 3, I thought, okay, we'll be close here, maybe 3-3, 4-3. Next thing you know, it was 9-3. However, that's been all the scoring in the ball game. It's on to the bottom of the fourth that we go with Nate Alexander, Wes Anderson, and Franco Duop, but that's been it. All the runs that have been scored in this game have been in the second inning. So Alexander, for the third time today, had a fielder's choice. His last at bat grounded out before that. We'll see if third time is charm for this young man. And I stand corrected. We've got a new hitter in the lineup. It'll be River Barton stepping in for the first time today. Barton, a .316 hitter, hitting for Nate Alexander. 2 balls, no strikes to him. River Barton with his first window of opportunity here to lead things off. And I stand corrected, top of the fifth. I said bottom of the fourth. That was the bottom of the fourth. Broadcaster error. Pitch is swung on and missed. So the count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Pardon me, 2-2. Pitch runs inside for a ball, now 3-2. As we thank B&B Appliance for being a part of today's broadcast. Platte Valley Hearing Center as well. I think Ackley Building Center is a bouncing ball back to the box. High stab there by Corbin Williams on to first in time. He throws to record out number 1. That's a great play. That's how you field that position at the box. A ground out and 1-3 on the put out. A good play by the pitcher. Very well hit ball, and it took a high hop with Williams, who was able to spring up and leap to make that play. So now Wes Anderson for the third time today. 1 for 2 with a run scored. Part of that 3-run second inning. He looks at ball 1. That pitch number 75 in the ballgame as he swings and misses there. Corbin Williams, 45-31, the strike-to-ball ratio. However, he has struck out 8 while walking 3. That pitch, the fastball gets away from him, missing outside. And now 2-1. Here's the pitch. Outside now, 3-1, so a window of opportunity for Wes Anderson, for Franco to come up next, then Frick. The pitch, high ball 4, Anderson draws a walk. So with 1 out, we've 1 on. And now Franco to the plate. Missile Franco steps in and looks at a pitch outside for a ball. I want to thank Buildings by Design for being a part of our broadcast here today, as well as Stubbs Gas and Oil. Here's the offering. It's high and inside for a ball. So the count now at 2-0 with 1 out and 1 on. Well, what the Mustangs need right now are base runners. You don't need to get everything you need to get back in one chunk, but you need to apply a little bit of pressure to that defense of Pueblo West, so they need base runners right here. So which means you've got to be disciplined at the plate and take advantage of any opportunity that you get. But you got to apply some pressure to the defense to make some things happen. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch is high, ball 4. We might see a little bullpen activity for the Pueblo West Cyclones now, as that is pitch number 83 in the ball game by Corbin Williams, and a timeout called for. We'd like to thank Morgan Federal Bank for being a part of it. Also, Ehrlich Toyota East as well. That conversation comes with 1 out and runners at first and second base. 9-3 is still the lead. Again, all the runs that have been scored in this ball game have come in the second inning. 3 runs posted by the Mustangs, and I thought, okay, 3-0, this is going to get interesting here. And it did get very interesting as West came back with 9 of their own. 9-3, and that's where we sit. 9 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Cyclones. 3 runs on 2 hits and 5 errors in the ball game for the Mustangs, who have, in a sense, not helped out their cause by committing the errors. And Coach Langford said that in the pregame, that we can't help these guys out in any way, shape, or form. Didn't get the numbers to who's warming up in the bullpen for Pueblo West. And Corbin Williams comes back with a strike. So runners at first and second base, 1 out. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Now that's a Frick with Bohm to follow. Jacob now struck out his last time. Before that, he had singled, drove 1 in, and scored. So 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored to his credit today. Right-handed hitter in and ready. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. Good pitch. Breaking ball started it inside. He took a half step back and bam, it broke over the plate and broke. It was a late break, but in for a strike. Now Jared Bohm hit by a pitch and walked. This is his 3rd plate appearance. He swings and misses. And again, working from behind are the Mustangs, trailing 9-3. 2 out, 2 on. As I said before, timely hitting now. You got a couple of runners aboard, but you need base runners. And the pitch, line, first base side, foul ball, nearly hit the first base umpire. Now, did I see chalk? I saw chalk pop up, and the umpire had to bail out of the way. He didn't turn to the inside of the field. He turned to the outside. So he had to look over his shoulder to see where the ball landed. Yeah, I thought it hit chalk. No, it was further up. It was right by the, right toward the dirt area. Yep. But it looked like chalk flew on that play. And that's a tough one. And the conversation is on over there. Coach Josh Langford pleading his case. And he might be a pretty good politician in his own right, but he's not going to win that conversation. Because the call was a foul ball, and it's going to remain that. So on that call, it's back to action we go. So that should be two strikes, and indeed it is. Swinging a miss, strike 3, he struck him out. So that'll do it. So Jared Bohm is a strikeout victim, leaving 2 stranded. So with no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base that time around. And after the top of the 5th inning, the score remains 9-3 Pueblo West, with the Cyclones coming to bat after a timeout. We'll be back with more exciting high school baseball 2013 right here at B106 and B106.com. Thank you. And again, welcome back. 9-3 as we move on to the bottom half of inning number 5. And to lead things off will be Jared Lasher for the Pueblo West Cyclones. This will be his 4th plate appearance of the afternoon. He started off with a single, then he walked and scored, then flied to center. Here he is for the 4th time this afternoon in the 5th. 9-3. 9 runs, 7 hits so far for the Cyclones. 3 runs, 2 hits, 5 errors for the Mustangs. Hey, congratulations to the Beat Diggers of Brush, winners over Manitou Springs this afternoon. 6-5, that final score. So they'll move on. They survived and they will advance. Here's a line drive into left center field. That's trouble. That is in the gap, and that is a base knock. He's going to try to stretch for 2. He slides, and he is safe. Jared Lasher with a leadoff double to set the tone there. Pueblo West, 10-0 winners over Denver North this morning to get the day started. That was a great job by Sergio Bagheera to get a jump on that, but the ball was just well hit. Here comes Javi Garcia for the 4th time today as well. Javi had the sack bunt early, then singled and scored. He's driven 2 in, then popped out to the first baseman his last time around. He squares to bunt, makes the attempt, and missed. Strike 1. Javi Garcia, then Gavin Compton. Might take in the new Iron Man, Iron Man 3. I'm a big Marvel Comics guy, and I'm thinking Iron Man 3 this evening. I wanted to see the overnight showing, but doing a morning show wasn't in the cards for me this year. I was mostly wanting to go because, hey, I wanted to see the movie, A, and B, it was in 3D, and C, there was a free T-shirt that went with it. So I didn't do that, wasn't there, didn't do that, don't have the T-shirt to prove it. But I'm going to try to take that in over the weekend here on Mother's Day weekend. 9-3, that'll be my treat to my wife. Yeah, Tracy Rink, writer for the Pueblo Chieftain, says, hey, I'll fix you up with a white T-shirt. I'll get a little magic marker and put Iron Man 3 on it for you. There you go. 9-3. That foul ball makes it strike 2. Nobody out, a runner on the board. Garcia ready, as is Martins from the stretch. Right-hander checks the runner, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike three. Good-looking pitch, got her to chase one upstairs. Martins with his fourth strikeout quietly of the ball game. On 73 pitchers in relief, 44-29, the strike-to-ball ratio. So he's done a fairly decent job to find the strike zone and not giving up a lot in the way of walks. 9-3 remains the score with only one away and one aboard. The pitch. Ground ball towards shortstop there for Gavin Compton. Throw to first is offline, and that's going to make everybody safe all the way around. Tough play for the shortstop there, David Mendez, who fielded it cleanly, made a nice play, and just made an errant throw. So an error on the shortstop. Sixth error of the ball game. Compton is aboard. So E6 is how you score that, and now runners at first and third. That'll be a throwing error. Lasher moves on to third base on the play, and now that brings up Corbin Williams with runners at first and third with only one away. James Martins looks in, checks the runner, and kicks and fires. Off speed, a breaking ball just missed, ball one. Not a bad-looking pitch there. And again, with one away, double play still in order. Things quiet. Pitch is delivered. High fly ball into left field. That is fading away into the bullpen area. Foul ball. If that stays fair, that may have left the yard. Very well hit. So a long, loud strike. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and runners at first and third. And again, Corbin Williams trying to help out his own cause. He singled his last time, reached out an error and scored in the second, and he's drawn a walk. Runner from first is going. Ground ball back up the middle, off the glove, the outstretched glove of the second baseman. A runner will score. That's Lasher, and Compton on to third base on the play. Boy, solid piece of hitting there for Corbin Williams with his second hit of the day. Credit him with an RBI that time. Very well hit. Baseball right back up the middle. Lasher scores. Compton on to third base on the play. So again, runners at first and third. Ducks on the corners, if you will, for Logan Lutovsky. Well, we're at the bottom of the fifth. It's now 10-3 in favor of the West Cyclones. Now Joey Schneider will step out in front of the plate and deliver a sign from behind the plate. Back in and ready for the left side, Logan Lutovsky, who grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. Before that, he had singled and driven one in. He's also scored and popped out today. So that's the line for Logan Lutovsky as he looks at ball one. Well, Logan Lutovsky would be the winning run since we're in the fifth inning here. Not to sound like Mr. Gloom and Doom, but that's the situation. He does have home run power with one swing of the bat. Breaking ball misses away. So it's important that James Martins keeps the ball down on this solid hitting, left-handed hitting Logan Lutovsky. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. Throw over to first, not in time, chasing the runner back. Corbin Williams easily there standing up. Good, how are you? 10-9. 10 runs on 9 hits, 3 runs on 2 hits for the Mustangs. 1 run home so far with ducks on the corners and 1 away. Here's the offering. Runner goes. No throw. Pitch, however, delivered for a strike, 2-1. Corbin Williams will swipe one. A little defensive indifference as no throw made. Compton holds on at third base. And back to Logan Lutovsky with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. 1 out, and both runners now in scoring position at second and third. Martins with a pitch. Cut on and fouled over the head, left side. Count now even at 2-2. 10-3. That's our score here in the home half of inning number 5. Bottom of the 5th. Lutovsky, after a timeout, back in and ready. Set for the 2-2 is Martins. A little off speed, and out in front of that with a foul tip is Lutovsky, and the count will hold at 2-2. So with 1 out, 2 on, Martins rocks and fires. The pitch is high and away for a ball. That's not a bad pitch, and again, working him away. Don't let him extend those arms and make good contact. If he's going to make contact, don't let it be good. That's a good job there by Martins to work around Logan Lutovsky, who is the number 5 hitter in this lineup, and a solid number 5 at that. The pitch is cut on as it runs inside, a little off speed again, and it's a foul tip, and the count holds at 3-2. 84 pitches thrown so far by James Martins with 51-33 a strike-to-ball ratio, so he's done a good job to find the strike zone. However, he has struck out 4 but walked 4 as well. 6 errors made behind him. And here's the offering. Lutovsky sharply hits one to the first baseman. He'll step on the bag to record the out. Lutovsky makes good contact, but that's what you want, right at somebody. So he grounds it out. That'll be 3 unassisted by the first baseman there to make that play. Compton holds on at third base. Corbin Williams will occupy second base still. And now Dustin Peterson, who drew a walk his last time he scored. He drew a walk, then struck out and flied out. So he's 0 for 2 with a walk today, and here he is for the 4th time. The pitch, curveball's in there for a strike. How big would it be right here to get out of this one, but 2 on and scoring position and get that bat back in your hand? The 0-1 is in the air to the right side. That one's trouble, fading away, out of play. So now with an 0-2 count, 2 out, 2 on. Dustin Peterson back in and ready. The defense will reset as Hernandez will get back to second base after giving chase to that foul ball. Peterson ready, as is Martins. And here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes the count with 2 out and 2 on. Martins looks in. Snyder delivers the sign. He'll set that target up. He'll set up toward the outer portion of the plate. And here's the 1-2. Outside for a ball. Well, he threw it where he put it. And he just missed. Dustin Peterson back in and ready with deuces wild across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. 10-3 remains the score. For the West Cyclones, the lead. Martin's ready. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. He struck him out. A breaking ball that caught the inside corner to retire the side. A run on 2 hits, an error, and 2 left stranded. We've played 5 innings of baseball with a score. Pueblo West 10, Fort Morgan 3. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right here at B106. And B106.com. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Hobbs Field here. We're at the Runyon Sports Complex in downtown Pueblo. As we overlook the lake, and again, wind has pretty much died down. Really no breeze even to talk about as no waves on the lake. The lake is perfectly clear. You can see a picture off of it. And just a great afternoon here. A few high, thin clouds, and that's about it. A solid mixture of clouds and sun and clouds, I should say, throughout the day. But it's been a great day for baseball here, and Corbin Williams will take to the mound as he gets set as we work into the 6th inning. It'll be Sergio Bagheera, David Mendez, and then Yuli Hernandez this time around for the Mustangs, who've got to wake the bats up here, trailing 10-3, and it's on to the sixth we go. First pitch delivered high for a ball. I thank Northern Colorado Tile for being a part of it, Premier Farm Credit as well, Central Auto Parts for being a part of the broadcast, and Bijou Tea Quest. The pitch is over on the outside portion, a strike. Count all even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the sixth inning now. We work. Pitch is cut on line first base side. Foul ball. And now the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody out again. Beguera, Mendez, and Hernandez for the Mustangs here in the top of the sixth inning. 10-3. Pueblo West with the lead. Scored 10 runs in their first game as well as the pitch is swung on and missed. Dropped by the catcher. He'll throw to first in time to record the out. Nice play there by Dustin Peterson. Out number 1. Flip the card over. We go to the top of the order to the true leadoff hitter who has struggled today, David Mendez, in this one. Solid in the first game. He has struggled against Corbin Williams, striking out 3 times, and here he is for the fourth. Will it be charm as the pitch is low for a ball? And again, he had a solid outing pitching in the first game to take his record to 9-0 in this 2013 campaign. As they gather a loose baseball there, now we're back and ready to go as we reset. Mendez, then Hernandez with 1 away and bases empty. Peterson with a target set, and here's the offering. Pitch look out as runs inside. 2-0 the count. With 1 out, nobody on base. A lot of baseball being played throughout. 6-5 the final score. Brush wins over Manitou Springs. They'll move on to next week's action. That pitch misses. Now that pitch number 96 in the ball game for Corbin Williams now. 11 strikeouts and 5 walks. That pitch on the outside portion a called strike, and Mendez take it all the way there. Way ahead in the count with 1 out and nobody on. As I said before, Mustangs need base runners. Put a little pressure on the D. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pardon me, strike 2. With good, hard fastball going away. Now the count is full with 1 away. Mendez ready, as is Williams. The payoff pitch. Right back to the box for a line drive, and he makes the catch for the out. Well, I'll tell you what, Mendez just can't buy a break today because that was well hit. And on the follow-through, Corbin Williams heads for the turf and snags it out of the air. It was a line drive probably about 6 inches off the turf, and he makes the catch to record out number 2. What a play. So he lines out to the pitcher for out number 2, and now here comes Yuli Hernandez to the plate. Pitch tails away, missing for a ball. So with 2 out and nobody on, 10-3 remains the score. Corbin Williams, who's been pretty solid for the most part, struggled a little bit in that second inning as the Mustangs got to him a tad bit as he delivers ball 2. And he seems to have settled in with 9 runs in the second, 1 in the fifth. It's 10-3. All 3 runs in the second inning as that pitch is fouled back to the screen. Now the count at 2-1. 2-1, 2 out, nobody aboard for the Mustangs. Late in the game, the pitch. Missing inside for a ball. Now 3-1. Corbin Williams with pitch number 104 upcoming here. He delivers the pitch on the outside corner, a called strike. That'll run the count full. Thought he called that a strike. Must have been a ball, and Corbin Williams not happy as the pitching coach comes out of the dugout, and he's going to take the ball. So that'd be ball 4, and James Martins will be due up next. Well, we're going to have a pitching change, so we'll tell you about it. Corbin Williams, I thought, might get the opportunity to finish what he started. It's going to be a straight change. So we'll tell you about the pitching change, who's coming in next. It's 10-3 with 2 out and 1 on. Here in the top half of the 6th inning, Pueblo West continues to lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back to tell you about the pitching change right here at B106 and B106.com on the World Wide Web. Okay, so here we go. Corbin Williams, who started out pitching, will now go play center field. They'll bring the center fielder in, Peter Ward, to do the pitching now for the Pueblo West Cyclones. 105 pitches thrown, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks, 59-46, the strike-to-ball ratio there for Corbin Williams. So Peter Ward concludes the warm-up tosses. Now it's 10-3. 10 runs on 9 hits, no errors for the Cyclones. Again, ranked number 3 in the state. For the Mustangs, they come in at number 5 in the top 10 in the state in Class 4A. At a perfect 20-0 record into this ball game. 3 runs, 2 hits, and 6 errors. To the regionals. So winners today will advance out into the Elite 8, which will be a regional/state tournament playoff, double elimination. And that'll be at All-Star Park and then Cherokee Trail in Aurora will be the other site for that. Then it all comes to head at Friday, Saturday at All-Star Park, basically at the championship day. Or All-City Stadium for the following weekend. There we go. I'm getting a week ahead of myself. 10-3, and back to action we go as Martins will lead things off here with a ball and a strike, facing Peter Ward for the first time. And now he looks at strike 2. So a ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. On at first base there will be Hernandez. That pitch is fouled back overhead. And again, 105 pitch count there. They just said, you know what? Enough is enough for Corbin Williams. If we can survive and advance this one, it's on to the regional next week. And the pitch. Inside for a ball. Deuces are wild with a 2-2 count and 2 out, 1 on. Peter Ward from the stretch. Ground ball, third base side. That gets through for a base hit. So a 2-out single for James Martins now to help out his own cause. So that one gets right between Tyler Evans and Logan Latovsky, left side. And now Nate Alexander. We got a new hitter. This will be Barton, who is in the lineup now. And I didn't see that it was a straight change, but I'm thinking that Nate Alexander's not in left. This will be the left fielder, Nate Alexander. Or pardon me, Barton for Alexander. He swings and misses there. His second opportunity, he grounded out 1-3, his first at bat. 10-3 remains the score. 2 out and 2 on for the Mustangs. 0-1 the count. Barton's ready in the pitch. A little high and away for a ball. Count even at 1-1. Peter Ward looks around the diamond, comes set chest high, delivers the pitch a little low for a ball. So now the count at 2-1. Pueblo West Cyclones without the services of Kenny Hansen here in 2013. And if you think Corbin Williams is good on the hill, Kenny Hansen actually even a little bit better than Corbin Williams. So a great 1-2 punch in the tube of the Cyclones without his services here in 2013. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pitches swung on and missed. Strike 3. He struck him out. Bartons goes down swinging, and that'll do it. No runs and a hit. There were no errors and 2 left on base for the Mustangs, and it's on to the bottom of the 6th inning we go. We'll do it after a timeout. The score remains 10-3, Pueblo West. Timeout right here at B106 and on the World Wide Web at B106.com. And once again, good afternoon. Welcome back to Hobbs Field here at Runyon Sports Complex. It'll be Peter Ward, Derek Robinson, and Tyler Evans this time around for the Pueblo West Cyclones, who lead this by a score of 10-3. They've gathered 10 runs on 9 hits. They've committed 0 errors in the ball game, and a big difference at 3 runs, 3 hits, and 6 errors for the Mustangs. Martin's rocks and fires delivers the first pitch, strike 1. So Peter Ward singled his last time. He tripled and drove 3 in before that. Then he drew a walk. He's also scored twice thus far in the ball game. This is his 4th plate appearance in this one. And he looks at strike 2. Pitch outside for a ball. Ten to 3 the score. Here's the offering. It's a little looper into shallow center field. That'll drop in for a base knock. So Peter Ward with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Derek Robinson now, who started the day off with a walk. He scored that time. Then he reached on an error and scored. Then came up with a fielder's choice, put the ball in play. Then advanced on to second base. That's where he was left stranded. Here he is for the 4th time. It's 10-3, and a runner aboard with nobody out. Martins with a pitch on the outside corner, called strike. Nice job to start out ahead of the hitter. Out of the 8 district tournaments, we'll have the Elite 8, if you will, next week into a regional. Snap throw over to first is not in time. Diving back safely there is Peter Ward. Peter Ward now pitching, who started out in center field. Derek Robinson, the 2-bagger, is at the dish, with Tyler Evans, the 3rd baseman, to follow. He swings and lifts one in the air, third base side. Could be playable for Franco up against the fence. He does make the catch to record the out. Nice play in foul territory. So now the new batter will be the 3rd baseman, Tyler Evans, coming to the plate, who lined out to the center fielder his last time, reached on an error, then struck out. Throw over to first, just chases the runner back. 10-3 remains the score. Mustangs winners again earlier to eliminate the Whitefield Gladiators 6-0. Pueblo West eliminated Denver North 10-0 in 5 innings to end that one to get here. Now the winner moves on to this district championship round to the regionals next weekend. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Outside, runner goes. Here's the throw, not quite in time. One ball, one strike, one out, one on, and now that base runner stands on in scoring position. Peter Ward give him a stolen base on the play. Back to Tyler Evans we go with a 1-1 count to him. He's the 9-hole hitter. From the stretch is Martins. Checks the runner at second. Rocks and fires. Pitch is cut on. It's foul back to the screen. So the count at a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out, 1 on. And again, Peter Ward now pitching in relief of Corbin Williams at second base. 10 runs, 10 hits so far for the Cyclones. The pitch. Outside. 2-2. Runner away from the bag, and now Martins looks into Schneider. Joey will deliver the side and set the target. Set for the 2-2 as Martins hits a bouncing ball third base side, charging, gloving Franco, throwing on the run in time to record the out, and the runner will move on to third base on the play. Nice play by the third baseman over there. Making a nice play is Franco. On that ground out, scored 5-3. Ward on the third base, however, with 2 away, we go to the top of the order with Jared Lasher. Martins looks in, Schneider set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball high and tight for a ball. So with Peter Ward occupying third base, we've 2 out. And at the plate, Jared Lasher. He's the true leadoff hitter. The pitch is a grounder toward third. Franco up with it, has time. Fires it across the diamond in time to record the out. Side retired. So on that ground out, 5-3. That'll retire the side. Here's how it went in the bottom of the 6th. No runs and a hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. Score remains 10-3. And it's on to the 7th we go. We'll do it after a timeout as the Mustangs come to bat right here at B106 and online at B106.com. Hey, once again, welcome back to Hobbs Field here at the Runyon Sports Complex. My name is J.J. Valentine. Very nice to have you along as we have Trenton and Michaela back in master control. Our score 10-3, and it's on to the top of the 7th inning we go. So for the Mustangs, the bats need to come through right here. The rally hats need to come on, because the West Cyclones are 3 outs away from moving on to the regional tournament and closing out a perfect year for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. So can they do it? Well, that question will be answered here in a matter of moments. 10-3, and leading things off will be Wes Anderson. He lines one back up the middle. Base knock. Well, that's a nice start. So the leadoff hitter aboard, and the crowd making some noise. So first pitch swinging is Anderson. He singles. Anderson with his second hit of the day. He is now 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. That brings up Missile Franco, number 23, the 3-bagger, who has walked every time. He's walked twice, hit by a pitch once, and scored. Big window of opportunity right here as the pitch is delivered for a strike. We were hoping to get a chance to talk with head coach Josh Langford in the postgame, but he said, in all reality, he said, I probably won't get up there because, A, it's a long way to go up to the press box here at Runyon Field of the sports complex that we have here. It's a great press box. It's old. It's been around for a while, very historical, but it is a ways for a coach to make his way. And once the team's finished, they'll get out to the right field, the left field, the respective sides of the field of the diamond that they're at. And he said it could be a while. He said, you probably don't want to wait on the air that long for me to come up there. So he said, more than likely, won't be the case that I'll be up here. So the pitch delivered. Another foul ball, back-to-back foul ball. So now the count is at 0-2. So Missile Franco at the dish and ready. Peter Ward ready. Runner aboard and away from first as the pitch is down and away outside for a ball. So the count is at a ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. At the dish, Missile Franco with Jacob Frick to follow for the Mustangs. Again, 20-0 coming into this contest. The pitch, high and away for a ball. And again, while we have the opportunity, I want to thank Morgan Community College for being a part of the broadcast, Equitable Savings and Loan, as well as Colorado Plains Medical Center. We thank them for being a part of our broadcast here today. Willow Coffee Tea and Smoothies. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop, to second for one, to throw to first in time. Double play. Not what the doctor ordered if you're a Mustang fan. But a good play by Logan Letofsky over at shortstop as Franco is out as he grounds into a double play. And that would be a 6-4-3 twin kill. So with 2 out and bases empty now, that brings up Jacob Frick, who is the 7-hole hitter, who is 1 for 3 today with a run scored and an RBI. He has struck out his last 2 at-bats. However, he'll face Peter Ward for the first time in this one. Peter pitching in relief of Corbin Williams as they just traded positions in center field and pitcher. I want to thank the Brush Grocery Cart as well as Hometown Auto and Hardware. My name is J.J. Valentine, and thank you for the opportunity to be your play-by-play guy today. High heater swung on it, missed. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Peter Ward rocks and fires, pitch is cut on, fouled back overhead. Out of play it goes, so the count will remain at 1-2 now with 2 out. And listen to the Pueblo West crowd starting to make some noise as the winner will advance out into a regional round next week. Ten to 3. The pitch in the air right side, fading away, foul ball. And the count will hold at 1-2 with 2 out and nobody on. 10 to 3 our score here in the top of the 7th inning. It's down to 1 out. We'll see if Jacob Frick can make something happen. He swings and misses, strike 3. That's the ball game, and that will do it. 10 to 3 is our final score as the Pueblo West Cyclones win 2 today. And as Coach Josh Langford said, you know, the record you come in with doesn't mean anything. The rankings don't mean anything. He says it's a situation of who's better on May 11th, and that indeed is the case. As Pueblo West wins 2, they win this one by a final of 10 to 3. They win over Denver North by a final of 10-0 in 5 innings, and that's how this day went for the Pueblo West Cyclones. 20-0 coming into this ball game for the Mustangs Fort Morgan that will close out at 20-1 overall here in 2013, and it's on to the regionals for the Cyclones. We'll take a time out, be back with our post-game show. The Mustang post-game show is brought to you by High Plains Bank and Wiggins. The friendly staff at High Plains Bank and Wiggins is ready to assist you with your home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or checking account. To receive hometown service on a higher plane, visit High Plains Bank today. We'll take the time out, be back to wrap it up right here from Hobbs Field at the Runyon Sports Complex here at B106 and B106.com. And once again, welcome back to Hobbs Field here at the Runyon Sports Complex, where a perfect season has come to an end for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. I'll tell you what, it's been a pleasure to watch this team play today. They were solid in Game 1. Corbin Williams, just a little too much for them to handle. And Josh Langford, I love this guy. He did a great job with his homework, preparing these guys to get here. His coaching staff knew what they were going to be up against. And one of the things he said in the pregame show was, when I asked him about keys to this second game against a team like Pueblo West, the first thing he said is, we've got to be hitters. We've got to be able to handle their pitching because we're going to see pitching like we've not seen all year long. He said the guy we're going to face today is throwing 85, 86, 87 miles an hour. He said we've got to be able to handle that. There's a challenge there, and we've got to be able to accept that and rise to the occasion. He said we've got to score some runs today. If we don't score runs, it's going to be a long day because Pueblo West is a good hitting team. They can score runs, and if they do score some runs, we've got to match everything they do. Well, the Mustangs jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and we'll talk about that coming up here. I just wanted to make mention about what he had said in that pregame show as the Cyclones getting ready to take pictures here of their championship day because it's on to the regional tournament, and the Pueblo West Cyclones have eliminated a very good team in Fort Morgan at 20-1. Nothing to bat an eye at about with this team. So let's get you the final line score. Our post-game show is brought to you by High Plains Bank and Wiggins. The friendly staff at High Plains Bank and Wiggins is ready to assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or a checking account. To receive hometown service on a higher plane, visit High Plains Bank today. Here's how it went. 10 runs on 10 hits. No errors for Pueblo West. They left 9 runners stranded. For the Mustangs, 3 runs on 3 hits. They committed 6 errors. They left 10 runners on base today. That's your final line. Here's how the scoring went. Neither team scored in the first. Here's where things looked real interesting for the Mustangs as they jumped out to a 3-0 lead in that third inning. They would get things started with Nate Alexander, who grounded out. Then Wes Anderson would come up. He would single to the left side. He would eventually score as Missile Franco would be hit by a pitch to occupy a bag. Then Jacob Frick would come on. He would single. He would drive a run in. So all of a sudden they get 3 runs there. Jared Bohm walked, and then Sergio Beguera, who get credit with an RBI, would be hit by a pitch, and then 2 strikeouts by David Mendez and Ulysses Hernandez to close out that inning, but a very solid inning. I thought, okay, 3-0, that is a great, great start for this ball game. However, that would be short-lived because Pueblo West would come back with 9. Talk about a good old-fashioned hollaback. 9 runs of their own in the bottom of inning number 2. Neither team would score in the third. Neither team would score in the fourth. However, in the fifth, that's where Pueblo West would tack on 1 more. Neither team scored in the sixth, and of course, neither team scored in the seventh. 10-3 is our final score. That one big inning is what the Mustangs gave up, and that was the difference in the ball game. If they minimize that, keep that to 2 to 3 runs, you're going to give something back when you're facing a good hitting team like Pueblo West. You're going to give a little back there. But the simple fact of the matter is that if you actually minimize that and keep it to a low number, 2 to 3 runs, you keep it close, you give yourself a chance. That wasn't the case today. At 9 runs, it was all that the Pueblo West Cyclones would need as they would post up zeros through the end of the ball game. And nonetheless, a great effort by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. That final score, 10-3. Let's get you a little bit of a box score here as we can get you some statistics before we get out of here. For for the Fort Morgan Mustangs, it went like this. David Mendez just struggled today. He went 0 for 4 at the dish. Yuli Hernandez, who started out pitching, went to second base, 0 for 2 as well, 0 for 3 rather in this ball game. James Martins went 1 for 3 with a hit. 2 for 3 was Wes Anderson with a run scored. Now 1 for 4 was Jacob Frick with an RBI and a run scored as well. And then Sergio Beguera didn't get no hits, but he did get credit for an RBI, and that's how the scoring and the offensive alignment went. As we scroll down here and take a look at some of the pitching, here's how it went for the Pueblo West Cyclones. Corbin Williams went basically 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. He did have 6 walks, however, 11 strikeouts. 1 in the third inning for Peter Ward, who gave up 2 hits in the ball game, and that was it. He struck out 2 as well. For Yuli Hernandez, he went an inning. He gave up 2 runs on a hit, and then James Martins came back, pitched the 5 innings, and gave up 8 runs on 9 hits in the ball game. So that's the tape of it all as to how it all went today. Again, that final score is 10-3. That's a big win for the Pueblo West Cyclones. However, congratulations to your Fort Morgan Mustangs, who had a great year this year. 20-0 coming into this ball game. They end up 20-1. So for the seniors, they go out on a pretty good note. And it's tough to say goodbye to the seniors because it's a situation where you hate that season to come to an end, especially when you're having a run and making a run like you are at this point in time. You hate to see a season like this come to a close. But I'll tell you what, that's one of the things that they can't take away from you. Obviously, league champions, they go into tournament play unbeaten, perfect in league, perfect thus far, and win a game in the tournament and then bow out. But nonetheless, they lose to a very good Pueblo West Cyclone team who has been very solid all year long as well. So that's going to do it for our broadcast here. Again, we thank our sponsors for making it possible. We thank you for listening. And again, special thanks to Trenton and Michaela back in Master Control today. My name is J.J. Valentine. Hopefully we'll get to do it again. I thank you for listening. Happy Mother's Day weekend to you. Get out and enjoy it. And don't forget to honor Mom for all the great things she's done over the course of your lifetime and hers as well. So, I'm JJ Valentine for B106 and B106.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great Mother's Day weekend. We'll see you next time.